Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a new Beat the Clock. I am sitting on my floor because my dog is down here, and I also don't have my tripod, so please forgive me. So I am going to be doing a new Beat the Clock where we're going to be reading a cozy mystery. And this one is a little different. Instead of trying to beat the clock before I have to return the book, we're actually going to be trying to beat the clock before I have to work. So in this vlog, I'm going to be setting up for my class in these previous weeks. This was a few weeks ago. So I don't remember what day it was, but the first day we're going to have just a real quick talk. And then the next day is when I'm going to start the challenge. So this is a 2-day weekend reading vlog for Cozy Mystery. I hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. I'll see y'all in the vlog. This is what I did want to say. If you are liking the Beat the Clocks, please let me know. Please let me know down in the comment section what books I should read next or what I should be doing when I try to beat the clock. Do you guys enjoy when I try to beat it before I have to give the book back? Like return it? Because technically I have 2 weeks, y'all, so I don't have to do it like that. But I just want to know if you guys are liking the content. Okay, so we are going to try this again. I am leaving the house. It is 12:30 on the dot. And I need to be at work at 1 o'clock because I have a class at 3 p.m. It's only 20 people, and I don't have to do no sketching. I don't have to do any sketching, and I don't have to do a pre-paint. And you may be asking, Bree, why are you getting there 2 hours early? Because I have other things to do. I have other things that need to be done. So, excuse me. And I'm still getting over a cold from 2 weeks ago. I'm so upset. I'm pissed. It's like lingering, and I need it to go away. I am going to be reading Petals, Poison, and something else. But it is a cozy mystery, and it's really, really short. It's a part of a series, and it's a part of Kindle Unlimited. So we're just going to do a beat the clock type of thing. If I play it on speed of 1, it would be 2 hours and 24 minutes. However, I don't listen to any audiobook on the speed of 1 like ever. I think I did that a long time ago. When I first started listening to audiobooks in like 2018, I may have listened to them on the speed of 1. And then I quickly got used to it, and I was able to, go further and further up. Now, if I really need to get through a book, and also if the narrator speaks very clearly, like in, what was that, where he was crazy and he was a billionaire and Stevie was the woman's name, his Menace, married to a billionaire, Menace or something like that. That narrator was so good. That one, and for I think I might be getting confused with the narrator for This Could Be Us. Both of those, the men spoke so clearly, and I think they just had a naturally slow cadence that I could speed that up to like 2 times the speed. So it depends on this narrator. It depends on the writer, the author, and their writing style. I could possibly get through this book in like an hour and a half or less than that. If I listen to it at 1.5, which is normal for me, then it's an hour and like 30 something minutes. So I'm just gonna cruise. I'm gonna get to work. I'm not going to start the clock until I get to work. So we're going to see, can I listen to an entire book? It's a short book, y'all. Can I listen to an entire book from the time it takes for me to start setting up my class until I finish setting up my class, or until like the customers get there? You know what I'm saying? Is that possible? So that's our beat the clock for today. Sorry I couldn't do a longer version of this, but y'all, it's been a lot of technical difficulties. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Today is my 3rd day working of this weekend, I guess you could say. Friday, Saturday, yeah. Well, I worked on Thursday, but this is my 3rd class. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, and I still have a class on Monday and Tuesday, and I still have to go into the studio tomorrow anyway. So we could potentially get some more books in. I want to set a new goal for myself to read 2 books per week from now to the end of the week. Actually, I started this goal for myself like the week before Halloween, and I'm a little bit behind. So, thinking about doing the 75 book challenge. Let me know what y'all think. Anyway, getting ahead of myself. I'm going to finish listening to the podcast I'm listening to, and then when I get to work, I'll start the clock and we'll start listening to the book. This would be the day that I run into standstill traffic on this 2-lane road that I have to be on to go to work. And I'm not even halfway there. So, like, I'm still going to abide by the rules and, like, not listen to the book right now. But now I'm actually a little scared that I might not finish the book on time if I'm going to be stuck in this traffic. Let me just sit down and tell y'all about the book. Okay. So we have 2 sisters, Iris and Poppy. I just wrote this down in my book journal. Why am I not using my book journal to tell you? I don't know. We have Iris and Poppy. Iris is 42 years old. She's divorced and she has a twin son. They don't give his age, but she said he's a smart mouth. Okay. And then she has a little sister, Poppy, a younger sister, I should say, Poppy, who is 39-year-old. First of all, let me say I am so happy that this is about grown women. Okay. And there's nothing wrong about young adult. I just got finished reading a young adult, and it's probably a young adult book, and it's probably one of my favorite books of the year. I'm just saying. In this situation, we're talking about sleuths. I love a good grown sleuth. Okay. So, and that's what it's called. It's called a sleuth mystery. It is Petals, Poison, and Peril. That's the name of it, by D.G. Thomas. And these 2 women live oh, I'm sorry, I didn't finish telling you about Poppy. Poppy is 39 years old. She's married to a man named Scott. She has a younger daughter. I think her name is Violet. I'm not sure. Iris is the narrator, and she is calling herself the Thorn, while she says Poppy is the Blossom. Just kind of giving the overall consensus of their personalities, I'm guessing, from just life experiences and their family and friends, probably. I don't know. We don't get that. But you know how you get your own nicknames from people, right? So they are living above their flower shop. There is a 2 renovated apartments above their flower shop where they both live, right, with their families. I think the name of their business is called Thorn and Blossom. I'm pretty sure that's the name of their shop. And it's already just so cute to me. I love, this is why I love cozy, quote unquote, mysteries. But I don't know why we call them cozy mysteries, because the flower shop has already been threatened and there's already some drama in this small town. They live in a small town in Kentucky, and she describes it in the prologue as there's already something sour in the soil, basically. Like, she can tell that the city is already, or it's feeling like it's coming apart. Like something is, getting a little loosened. So that was the prologue. I had to re-listen to it. But I'm about 3 chapters in, I believe. So we're going to call it about 10%. I don't know. Because I'm reading it on Amazon. I'm reading it on Audible, and it doesn't tell you how far in you are in the book. Libby does, but Audible doesn't. And like I said, the shop has already been threatened. I can't tell y'all what it is because this book is so short. I don't want to tell y'all everything, but they are already feeling like somebody is either coming after them, or there's just something happening in the city and somebody's trying to go through them to get their point across. They don't know. It's really early, obviously, in the book, so they don't know what's going on. But they are now on their toes, right? So Iris comes back and she's telling Poppy and Dolly, who is their part-time assistant, she's a little older of a woman, and they're just kind of like going over the town gossip, right? So that's all that's happened so far. Like I said, my thoughts on this, I love a sleuth that is a grown woman. I don't mind young age sleuths because I loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. But I just love where this is going already. My one thing already is that they're throwing information at you. Like, she literally was like, I'm Iris, I'm 42, I'm divorced, I have a son who's I sometimes would rather you show us than tell us, right? So she did have a scene where her son had a smart mouth and he was kind of like talking back a little bit. I wish that was kind of before the scene where she was basically just laying it out for us. In my opinion, the prologue didn't really need to be there because everything else we needed to know came out in the later chapters. So it wasn't something I feel that we needed. Other than that, that's not what we know. I'm already intrigued because they being messy and they have already been threatened. They hook you right from the beginning. Time check. It is 1:30 something. I'll put it on the screen. I need to get this done before the first customer comes in, but either way, I don't open the doors until 2:30. So I need to be done listening to this book by 2:30, which means I have less than an hour. So I need to beat the clock. I have less than 1 hour to listen to the rest of this book. Okay. Hey. How are you? Good. I'm just setting up, so I didn't open it. I'm not gonna open it until we have our first, like 30 minutes before the class starts. Okay. Yes. So how are you doing? Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but the class is over. And my painting turned out really good, if I do say so myself. Y'all, this class, that's how this class went. I enjoyed them, but they were so high energy that I'm tired now. My goal now, though, is to make sure my painting is so good that we put it in the box. Like, we have a box of paintings that artists paint on stage that we no longer need. We put them in this box and the customers can take them home. So now my goal is that when people see my painting, they want to take it home. That's my goal. Because at first I was like, we just gonna gesso over this. It does not matter what this painting looks like. So now I care. But yeah, so they were so high energy, y'all. It was a group of 7, this group that has been here so many times before. This is like my 4th time having them in class. I know 3 for sure. I know I've had them in class 3 times for sure. Then there's this other group of guests that came and they were excited. Yeah, they were excited. Then we had a birthday party and another group of friends that came out. It was all women and it was just so fun. But y'all, I don't know if I should tell y'all, we have a new employee and he is interesting. He's interesting, really good artist. He's a very talented artist, but I can't even tell y'all. So with that being said, I forgot that I was supposed to be training the new artist today. And when he walked up to the door, obviously I've seen him before, but when he walked up to the door, I was like, I gotta train. I just failed my challenge. I should have listened to that book on the way here, but I wanted it to make it interesting to see if I could actually do it. And maybe I could have done it if I did not have to train. But as soon as he walked in, I was like, let me turn my book off. And I knew at that moment that I had failed. So I failed my challenge. I'm going to finish this book though, because I still have to clean. So I have to finish the brushes. I already did the cups. I have to finish the brushes. I have to put the paper back on the table, check on the restrooms, like clean the restrooms, spot clean the floor, obviously like put up the canvases and things like that, and that's it. But I have nothing else to report except that the only reason the women, Poppy and Iris, the only reason that they want to become sleuths is so that they're not implicated. They believe that the person who is implicated is so big and important in the city that the police are not going to do a really good job of investigating. So they have decided that they are going to figure out who did this crime. I don't know so yeah, if this is in the synopsis, I'll leave it in, but if not, I'll take it out. Somebody died because they were poisoned with some flowers that came from Iris and Poppy's shop, Thorn and Blossom. But the problem is, like, the girls obviously didn't do it, and they reported it when they saw the wolf's breath or something. They reported it, and they like separated it and stuff, but somebody was still poisoned and killed. So yeah, I'm finna put my book back on, listen to it while I clean, and we'll see if I can finish before I leave. If not, I'll listen to it all the way home. I'll probably be finished by the time I get home because it's really short. I'm listening to it at like 1.7. So yeah, I will update y'all in a minute. Okay, so I did finish Petal's Poison and Peril last night around 7 p.m. and I gave it a 3 stars. It's a solid 3 star. For all the reasons I told you guys, it was really short. It was only 89 pages. I didn't even realize it was that short. But yeah, if it were at least like 140 pages, I probably would have rated it higher. There was just so many things missing. But yeah, y'all, I am back at work. And obviously I failed the challenge, but that's neither here nor there. We had a great time. We found a new little series we can listen to if we need something real quick to entertain us, and check it out. If you have Kindle Unlimited and you just want something to listen to real quick on your break or just throughout the day, I say give it a chance. It's not I don't have anything wrong with it, like, that I would discourage people from reading it. So yeah, that is the end of the vlog, guys, and I will see you later. I'm about to start recording. I will see you later.